Hello, 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 hello. These 15 openly gay fashion stars reshaped American fashion with boldness, beauty, and pride. From glam runways to cultural revolutions, they proved that being true to yourself is always in style. A breakout star from RuPaul's Drag Race, Gigi Hadid shattered gender boundaries with retro glam and futuristic flair. A proud trans non-binary artist, Gigi doesn't just serve looks, they serve revolution. With campaigns from Moschino, Savage X Fenty, and more, Gigi is part of a new generation redefining what fashion can be. Fluid, fearless, and fiercely individual. Before his 30th birthday, Philip Picardi had already transformed Teen Vogue into a hub of social justice and launched Them, Condé Nast's LGBTQ+ platform. As a gay editor in the elite world of fashion publishing, Picardi made space for queer teens, trans voices, and urgent cultural conversations. His editorial vision proved that fashion doesn't have to be shallow to be stylish. When Queer Eye launched, Tan France quickly became the darling of the reboot. But behind his calm demeanor and tailored blazers lies a groundbreaking story. He's one of the first openly gay South Asian men to achieve global fame. France grew up closeted in England's Pakistani community, where being gay could mean disownment or worse. Today he lives in Utah with his husband and their children, and uses his platform to teach style, kindness, and the beauty of gentle masculinity. Tan doesn't yell, he transforms with a whisper and a well-fitted jacket. Young, flamboyant, and unapologetic, Christian Cowan brings queer nightlife energy straight to the runway. His looks scream fun, from feathered jumpsuits to sequin-covered blazers. As a proud gay British-American designer, Cowan frequently collaborates with LGBTQ+ icons like Lil Nas X and Sam Smith. He designs for those who want to be seen, and he's making sure the world can't look away. A household name since the 90s, Isaac Mizrahi charmed America with his signature wit, campy showmanship, and love for vivid, joyful fashion. He was one of the first gay designers to become a television personality, blending style with storytelling. His documentary Unzipped was a rare peek into the chaotic, fabulous life of a creative genius and helped normalize queer excellence in mainstream fashion. To say that RuPaul changed fashion is an understatement. He built an empire on the belief that self-love and sequins can save your life. With RuPaul's Drag Race, he brought underground queer fashion into the living rooms of millions. From Harlem ballrooms to Hollywood royalty, RuPaul taught us that if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else? He's not just a fashion icon, he's a movement. From winning Project Runway at just 22 to becoming the go-to designer for celebrities of all sizes and identities, Christian Siriano has redefined red carpet inclusivity. When Leslie Jones tweeted in 2016 that no designer would dress her for Ghostbusters, Siriano stepped up, proving that plus-size women deserve haute couture. Since then, he's become a fierce advocate for fashion that celebrates every kind of body, gender, and story. He lives openly with his husband Brad Walsh, and in every gown he creates, there's a whisper of defiance and a whole lot of love. Growing up in a small Texas town, Brandon Maxwell learned the power of presentation from his grandmother's boutique. That foundation of respect for the everyday woman fuels his clean, empowering designs today. Maxwell worked as Lady Gaga's stylist before launching his own label in 2015, fusing Southern charm with modern luxury. He is proudly gay and openly emotional in interviews, never hiding his struggles with anxiety and self-doubt. What makes Brandon special is his empathy-driven approach. His clothes aren't just beautiful, they feel like armor for anyone who's ever been underestimated. Dan Levy redefined LGBTQ+ love on television through Schitt's Creek. but he also quietly carved out a space in the fashion world through refined, gender-non-conforming looks and emotionally intelligent styling. His wardrobe, whether it's pink suits or flowy caftans, blends vulnerability with sophistication. As a Jewish Canadian gay man, Levy uses style to blur masculinity and softness in a way that feels personal and powerful. Dan Levy isn't trying to be louder than life. He's proving that dignity and subtle elegance are just as radical. Born in Singapore and raised in Nepal, Prabal Gupta moved to New York to chase his fashion dream and ended up becoming one of the most politically conscious designers of his generation. As a gay Asian immigrant, Gupta regularly uses his runway to raise questions about race, gender, and identity in America. His 2019 collection famously featured sashes asking, "Who gets to be American?" For Gupta, fashion is a conversation, and he's not afraid to make it uncomfortable. Say it, type it, share it. You never know who else might need to hear your words. Roach didn't come from money or connections. Raised on Chicago's South Side, he learned the hustle of vintage fashion before styling Zendaya into a red carpet goddess. He's now one of the most sought-after stylists in Hollywood, and proudly the first Black person to win Stylist of the Year at the CFDA Awards. Roach shocked the world in 2023 when he temporarily announced his retirement, citing the mental strain of the fashion world. It was a rare, honest moment about burnout, respect, and emotional labor, especially as a Black gay man in a predominantly white elitist industry. Roach doesn't just curate outfits, he curates legacies. The word subtle has never entered Jeremy Scott's vocabulary. Known for his cartoon-inspired couture and celebrity collaborations like Katy Perry's hamburger Met Gala dress, Scott injects humor, queerness, and rebellion into every collection. Raised in Kansas City, he was bullied for his flamboyant style and creative mind. But he turned those scars into sparkle. As creative director of Moschino from 2013 to 2023, he turned fashion shows into playful, satirical critiques of consumerism and culture. Jeremy's design mantra: fashion should never be boring, and neither should life. Marc Jacobs made grunge couture before it was cool, and got fired for it. But that only fueled his rise. With a flair for contradiction, he's fused grittiness with luxury, turning flannel shirts and combat boots into high-fashion staples. Jacobs, who is openly gay, also battled drug addiction and body dysmorphia throughout his career. He emerged from those struggles stronger, more grounded, and even more creatively fearless. His recent marriage to Char DeFrancesco and open discussions about self-acceptance have added depth to his public persona. Marc's superpower? He never sacrifices authenticity for approval. Whether he's in a lace skirt or tattooing his body with bold art, Jacobs reminds us that self-expression is always in style. Billy Porter is not just a fashion icon, he's a cultural phenomenon. Known for his unforgettable red carpet looks, who can forget the tuxedo gown at the Oscars? Porter grew up in a deeply religious and conservative household in Pittsburgh. As a queer Black man, he faced relentless bullying and trauma, but he transformed his pain into art, music, and fashion. Porter doesn't wear gowns to shock. He wears them to reclaim space. His fashion is a living manifesto for Black queer visibility. In 2020, he said, "I'm not interested in making people comfortable anymore. I'm here to challenge the system." Through Pose, Broadway, and advocacy, Billy Porter is helping an entire generation of LGBTQ+ youth feel seen, worthy, and regal. Before he became synonymous with sensual luxury, Tom Ford was a Southern boy who struggled to find where he fit. Born in Austin, Texas in 1961, Ford would later transform Gucci from a struggling house into a billion-dollar brand. Thanks to his bold vision of sleek sexuality and minimalist excess, Ford is known for his mastery of seduction in fashion. Deep necklines, velvet suits, sharp tailoring, and provocative campaigns. But off the runway, his life has been marked by love, resilience, and heartbreak. His decades-long relationship with fashion journalist Richard Buckley grounded him. When Buckley died in 2021, Ford spoke openly about grief, solitude, and fatherhood, revealing the soulful core beneath his polished image. Tom Ford's legacy is about more than glamour, it's about finding power in vulnerability and grace in precision.